Good day and welcome to our upgrade process for a MacBook Pro circa 2012. This is the late 2012 model, and I believe this is the A1398-1398, and we are going to do three things on this, and we're going to break the video into two parts. The first part is going to be replacing the battery because it is not as obvious as you might think it is, and the second is a general cleanup, but also changing the solid state drive. We're going to replace it with a larger drive, and we're going to load the operating system from scratch. So let's get started with the battery. So the first thing you need to do to remove the battery is to pull back this little cover and move it aside. You're going to want to reuse it when you put the new one in. And what you need to do is lift this unit up. You can do this with your fingers. There it is. And now the battery is disconnected from the motherboard. Obviously make sure this is disconnected, by the way, when I say disconnected, to being unplugged when you start. So at this point, we shouldn't be worried about any shorts or anything. Now there are two screws that need to come out, one here and one here. I'll speed this up so you don't have to sit and watch. Now, normally the battery would just lift out. However, what we've got here is a situation where Apple, to make sure that this is really solid, has glued this into the back. They've used double-sided tape, and so what you need to do is to get something that will break that bond. So there's a couple of ways to go about it. The first is to flip it over, open it up, and use a heat gun or even a really strong hair dryer on the other side of this to just soften up that glue. So that's one way to go. The other way to go is to use some isopropyl alcohol, just rubbing alcohol basically, to get in behind here in these gaps and let the alcohol work its way through. And then you're going to need to pry the batteries out using, usually just an old credit card. I have this old, equivalent to a credit card. It's quite thin, and I'm going to be able to just work it around. So let's get to that. Now, the best way to apply this is either with you can buy this in a spray can, but I don't have that handy, and I assume you don't. Alternately, what you can do is you can get a larger bottle like this, and you could put some of this rubbing alcohol into a dental syringe and just run it through there. I don't have one of those handy either. So you can see that I've just put a tiny little hole in the end of this, and only one hole. I haven't taken the whole thing off, and that's going to allow me to pour this out. And you think, you're going to pour liquid into your laptop? Not really. I'm going to drip a little bit into the battery area. See that? I'll just drip along, and as long as you're careful, this will work. You might have to squeeze the bottle a little bit to get it to come out. Let's lift this up. There we go. So the key here is to not get this crazy wet, but to allow the alcohol to get underneath. So let's start with this card, and I'm just going to start prying underneath. And this is going to take a few minutes. It is not an easy process. These things are really down well. Mostly what you want to make sure you do is not use a metallic tool like a screwdriver, because if you break this package, this cell pack, you can start a fire pretty easily, and those fires are very difficult to put out, so you don't want to do that. So just take your time and muscle through this. It just takes time. There we go, first cell is out. Let's get on to the second cell. So now I'm going to put a little under here, and I'm going to let it run down the card. There it is. Three cells. Three cells, says the count. Now we just want to stress something that under this cell, there is a cable, and you need to make sure that you're not damaging it. So just be, well, going sideways isn't your best way. Your best way is to go this way or this way. Going sideways on this one, not your best bet. One battery gone. Now, make sure you dispose of this properly. Do not put it in your garbage. Take this to a battery recycling place. In North America, Best Buy, Staples, those kinds of places will take this kind of thing. In my case, I'm going to take it to my office. I have a proper recycling facility there. These are dangerous, and even more important than being dangerous, these batteries can be recycled, and almost everything in here can be reused. So contrary to what you've probably learned about batteries, these are actually full of useful materials. And I think it's something like 95%, something like that, of the lithium battery components get ground up and reused. Now, while you've got it apart, is a great time to take some compressed air, blow out these fans and any little bits that are left here. You can also take your rubbing alcohol and squish this off. Look, this is really thin. You don't need to do that, and I'm not going to, but I am going to blow it out, so let's do that. Now you'll notice that it's only been a minute or two and all of that wetness is gone. Isopropyl alcohol is alcohol and it evaporates quite nicely. So now we just take the new battery. This one I got at Ninja Battery online. By the way, this is completely unsponsored. They haven't given us any money or credit or anything. They include a couple of screwdrivers, which is nice. Now, you might have noticed that this was double-sided tape down, the old one, and so is the new one. So what you have to do is peel the back off, slide it in like this, make sure it's in properly, and then squish it down and really force it, really make it as flat as you can, and then clip the little connector in. This top piece comes off, that's just there to hold it together during shipping, serves no purpose. So peel the back off. You need to push this in on a 45-degree angle to hook it underneath here. Well, maybe a 20-degree angle, not 45 might have been too much. And just squeeze this down into place. I didn't plan on showing this, but it was harder than I expected, so I thought it's worthwhile pointing out. These two screws, there and right there, were quite difficult to get in because it's so tight. I really had to force this tab back to get them to align. Also, the connector here really wanted those wires to tuck up underneath. Well, that would be, well, it just won't work. I was going to say it's bad. It's not bad. It just won't work. So I had to pop this connector off, bend the wires up this way a bit, and then snap it in. Other than that, it's easy peasy. And then you can just put the back on. Now let's go on to part 2 of our how to repair and upgrade your MacBook Pro, which is how to replace the SSD and reload the operating system.